Life in Student Ministry. Conversation among youth workers.
I want to introduce you guys to this thing called the Lifebook. It's really cool, and they're giving them away for free to however many teenagers you have in your youth group you want to give them to. But it's basically a copy of the book of John, the Gospel of John. But it's kind of geared for teens, and what I like about it is that all through here, there's like, can you see like these kind of like handwritten note type stuff? All through like in the margins, and it's a couple teenagers and one adult who are kind of writing in their thoughts as you go through it. And it starts off with it's like a couple parts. Starts off with a very clear gospel presentation. Just kind of set the context for the book of John before they get into it. You know, part one, the story of God and people, and it just kind of goes through it, and it's pretty detailed actually, but it's not overdone. It's a quick little read. You know, it ends up with hope, and then Christ shows up, and then that's when it goes into the book of John. And then it ends kind of explaining, all right, what's your response going to be? So it's free. I'll put a link in the description below this if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're watching this at studentministry.org. There will be a link right on this post where you can go and get as many of these copies of these books for your youth group kids to give out to their friends and stuff as they want. The only thing I think is a little, not strange, but I was kind of like, what? That just didn't quite seem to fit. Was gotta do all this one-handed. Is after, you know, the deciding to follow Christ, first steps, you know, are here, and then the very next thing when you turn the page, I was like, that doesn't quite seem to fit. Is questions about relationships and sex. Now the section is about people, you know, who might have questions about stuff immediately after, you know. So I get that, but it just kind of seemed like, what? It goes on and it starts answering some other questions, you know, friends and peer pressure, image, self-esteem and stuff. So I guess I would prefer to have, you know, like depression and worry and those type of topics come first rather than the very first thing you can see about sex and stuff. But it is a great book though, and I've got a couple copies of this, I'm glad I do. And maybe before I leave, I'll give some to the people who are working here. So go pick up those copies. They're given away for free. I mean, it's awesome. Lifebook. I'm pretty sure it's just lifebook.com, and it's a great resource for you to use with your kids and encouraging them to share their faith and spread God's word with their friends. So go check them out.
Thanks for watching this video from Life in Student Ministry. Find us online at studentministry.org and facebook.com/studentministry.